what's going on, people? It's your boy Agaran Yu-Gi-Oh, and we are back with another video. This time we got the first place YCS Sydney Radiant Typhoon deck profile. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. But let's get into the video. So for this first place deck list, we have a 40 card main deck count. We play one Radiant Typhoon Phonics, the Great Flame. If a quick play spell is activated, except during damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If a quick play spell is activated, except during the damage step, you can target 2 cards your opponent controls, shuffle them into the deck. If Mystical Space Typhoon is activated while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect of the Great Phonics once per turn. So we're gonna play one of those. Then we have 2 Radiant Typhoon Swim. If you have a Mystical Space Typhoon in your graveyard or your opponent controls no spell/traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon a Radiant Typhoon Swim once per turn this way. If this card is no more special summon, you can add 1 Radiant Typhoon spell/trap or 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So play 3 of those. Then we have the 3 Radiant Typhoon Corsair. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects while your opponent controls no cards/spells. You can only use each of the following effects of Radiant Typhoon Corsair once per turn. If a quick play spell is activated except during a damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Radiant Typhoon card and or 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck and or graveyard to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except when monsters. Then we play 3 Radiant Typhoon Eldom. If you have Mystical Space Typhoon in your graveyard or your opponent controls no spells/traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Radiant Typhoon Eldom once per turn this way. If this card is no more special summon, you could add 1 Radiant Typhoon monster or 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn, so play 3 of those. So this is basically, a pure build. Radiant Typhoon Meghala. If you have Mystical Space Typhoon in your graveyard or your opponent controls no spell/traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Radiant Typhoon Meghala once per turn this way. If a Radiant Typhoon quick play spell or Mystical Space Typhoon is activated, except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Radiant Typhoon monster from your deck with a different name than the monsters you control. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except when monsters. Then we play the 1 Radiant Typhoon Vororin, the Vibrant Vortex. If a quick play spell is activated except during damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. When your opponent activates a monster effect and you have Mystical Space Typhoon in your graveyard, you can negate that effect. Then if you have 2 or more Mystical Space Typhoons in your graveyard, you can destroy that monster. If Mystical Space Typhoon is activated while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. Then we play 2 Sheena, Twin Tempest of the Celestial Thunder. The first time this card will be destroyed by battle, each turn it is not destroyed. Your opponent activates a card or effect while you control a win monster quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Monsters, return all face-up monsters on the field to the hand. Spell/trap, return all spells and traps on the field to the hand. Pretty good. So we play 2 of those. Then we play 1 Noble Knight's Shield Bearer. If this card is normal special summon, you can banish 1 light monster from your graveyard, draw 1 card. You can banish the card from your hand or field, add 1 level 6 to lower wind beast monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use 1 Noble Knight Shield Bearer effect once per turn. Then we play 3 more Charming Swallows. Basically draw power, good going second card. 2 Ash Blossom Joy Spring, so only 2 in the main is very, very interesting. There, a lot of people are talking about this card should be banned or whatever. I think it's just gibberish people are talking, but playing 2 is really, really interesting. Most decks play 3 always. Then we play 3 Radiant Typhoon Vision. If this card is destroyed by the card effect of Mystical Space Typhoon, you can set this card, activate 1 of these effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. Draw 2 cards. Then if you have a Radiant Typhoon card or a quick play in your hand, discard 1 of them or your entire hand. If you don't, add 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck or graveyard. So we play 3 of those. Then we have 3 of the Radiant Typhoon Chant. If this card is destroyed by the effect of Mystical Space Typhoon, you can set this card, activate 1 of these effects, add 1 level 4 or lower Radiant Typhoon monster from your deck to your hand, add 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Then we play 1 Radiant Typhoon Ascendance. If this card is destroyed by the effect of Mystical Space Typhoon, you can set this card, activate 1 of its effects, but you can only use each effect of Radiant Typhoon Ascendance once per turn. Special summon 1 level 6 or lower Radiant Typhoon monster from your graveyard. Add 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Then we play, of course, 3 Mystical Space Typhoons in this deck. Then we play 2 Fallen and Virtuous, very, very powerful card. Then we play 3 Forbidden Droplets. So these 2 cards right here, I think, are the best spells in the format in general, which are very, very good, and I think most decks are really playing them. 3 Pot of Extravagance, 1 card by the grave, and then the 1 Radiant Typhoon Mandate. So for the extra deck, we have 3 of the Link 2s, Radiant Typhoon Varoran, the Meridian, the Marine, Eldalon. If this card is linked summon, you can add 1 Mystical Space Typhoon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You could target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including 1 Radiant Typhoon monster you control. Place them face-up in the owner spell or trap zone as continuous spells. If a quick play spell is activated except during damage set, you can place 1 Radiant Typhoon continuous trap from your deck or graveyard face-up on the field. You're going to lose each effect once per turn. Then we have the Wind Charmer, so we're going to play 1 of those, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Great Fly, 1 the Desperate Doom Eagle, the Link 3, 1 Totem Bird, this is the spell / trap negate, 1 number 75 Bamboozling Gospel Shadow, 1 Phantom Fortress, 1 Super Saw Slayer Typhon. Then we have 3 Albions, the Branded Dragon, and then we played 1 Ecclesia and the Dark Dragon. Then in the side deck, we have 2 Radiant Typhoon Mechalas, 3 Lava Golems. This is for the Lunar Light deck, I guess. Then we have 3 Mochama Perillia. Then we have 1 Ash Blossom Joy Spring, 1 Beast of Magnemite, 2 Radiant Typhoon Manifestations, and then 3 Dominus Purge to end the deck profile. So that is it for the first place YCS Sydney deck profile for the Radiant Typhoon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. It's your boy Agran Yu-Gi-Oh! We out.